On this week's episode, we receive some of the components to build our water maker. Gerry helps us with some fiberglassing, Ricky removes our awning, and we start building our braces for our cabinetry.
I got my new toys. So I'll be making a video for our patrons just based on this. And what this is, part of our water maker. We're building our own water maker. And here's the beast that we're gonna build out of. So she's gonna be a monster. This is the membrane. Proudly made in the USA. Yep, the big one. So your normal sizes are 2040s, and these are 4040 membranes. So these are more your industrial kind of setup membranes, but we want to make a lot of water. And that is our baby. Boom! 1000 psi operating pressure. Well, rated pressure, but I know that these things are a safety factor of like 2.5. So you're probably talking they could probably push about 2000 psi before popping or anything like that. This is the kind of stuff that they install on like 55, 60 foot yachts. So we should be making some good water.
Only in Africa would you see cows gradually grazing next to the main road.
Let me show you guys what we've done now. So as you can see, it's nice and that's like perfectly flush over there. And what I used is one of these bits on a router machine, and to get that perfect flush. So before it was like that. See it had that slight overlap. I made that everything is a little bit overlapped like that. Then I can cut down, and the reason for that is if you are slightly short somewhere, that now you'll get the end product that looks like that, which is like perfect. And obviously there's a end that you can't do, so right at the end there's a little bit left over, and we'll sort that out by hand. Here's the one upright, and that's the final product pretty much. That's like perfectly flush. So once we're done, see from the back here, so there'll be a 3-shelf system. So a long one here for whatever, and then 2 there or 3 there, and then the last 2 will have 2, and the bottom one will be closed.
Meet Gerry. He's been working with fiberglass for over 10 years and does work on a lot of the squid boats out here. He was sizing the fiberglass sheets and making sure his measurements were correct to start laminating. He applied wax to prevent the fiberglass from sticking to the sheet.
I'm Gerry Manyange. I think the most you can know, I've been doing this I think over for 10 years now. So
And what are you going to build for us, Gerry?
I'm going to build for you the cover. You can say the walk-in or the step.
Thank you.
To the door.
Perfect.
Inside the boat.
So this is the mat we're going to use, and it's a combo mat. So it's stitched on one side with a chop strand on the top.
Gerry felt more comfortable working with polyester than epoxy, reasoning for the switch. Let's just say a few layers of fiberglass were used in the making of this video.
So you guys must be wondering what the hell am I doing now, and I'll show you. What happens is with people that are lazy, and this has probably happened, I don't know how long ago this happened, from some time of the previous owner. So there's 3 little holes there, and there's a big one there, there's another one there, there's another one there, there's another one there, there's another one there. So all of those things are possibilities of leaks, and I only took it out because that one's busy leaking. I can't obviously seal it from the inside. That one over there is leaking, and I've got another one there on the other side. Hopefully we'll get that taken off and sprayed on the ground and all sorted out and wiped and do all the changes that we want to do to that. Obviously now we're going to do changes because it's out, so might as well do it. And then paint the whole deck. Once everything's painted, just assemble everything properly and nicely. Still sleeping.
We did our morning supply run.
So it rained last night, not even one drip. This is our problem. So as you can see, there's a whole bunch of holes here, and only half of these actually had screws going through, and even the ones that had screws weren't sealed properly. We epoxy filled everything with micro balloons and cotton blocks, so it's slightly structural, and I overfilled all of them, so I left a little bit on top, and the reason of that slight bit of shrinkage, I don't know if it would have made a difference, but I assumed it would. A slight bit of shrinkage that resins have, if it did have to shrink, there's a bit of excess on top, and we'll just sand all of this. This anyway is going to be underneath the Dodger kind of coach roof, so once we sand it down, you won't even see what it looked like before. And yeah, hopefully this is the end of seeing any drips.
After being bedridden for a few days, I came back to a lot of patches. Our awning had been removed. Our frames for our starboard and port forward cabins had been done, and had really cool shelving. So I'm back at work after being bedridden for the last 3 days. I've had a tummy bag, but Ricky looked after me. I've come to see what Ricky's been up to and what progress he made without me. He did well. It was time to start building the braces for our cabinetry.
Absolutely beautiful.
I really wanted to be a witch, and with a touch of my finger our cabinetry would be done, but that was not the case, and I had to get back to work. Ricky previously grinded out all the different compartments that were previously present, and Gerry had started making our outside floor. The wind was so bad you couldn't hear a word Gerry said, but what he did was he put gel coat so that it could have a smooth outside. To make the frame, he cut out wood blocks to support the sides of the mold. This was a mold of the single access hatch we wanted in place of all the smaller hatches you'd seen previously on the deck entrance.
And this is the mold, it's like a mold, eh?
It's like a mold.
That's it. Gerry's here this week and he's helping me out to do some fiberglass work while I focus on doing the carpentry. And he literally just pitched up and he said, listen, I can do some fiberglass work. So I asked him a little bit about his skills and he checked out, and so now he's building a new hatch for our cockpit, and so far so good. Did you put mold wax on that one?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Put wax. You see this one, I give it a little bit of shiny. So that wax mustn't stain. Now this one I have to put
Two coats of wax.
because this one is mold now.
Yeah.
We're not gonna grind outside.
How long do you wait before it's dry? Or until it's tacky?
Just take it, then you're gonna put mat.
And how many layers of mat we're gonna put?
I'm gonna start by 2.
Yeah.
Then I'll put that strengthener in.
Yeah.
Then I'll put 2 again on top, or 3. Then it's gonna give us a strong one.
We'll be adding this one in. We'll build up on the core. Give us some extra strength.
Steered right, because I'm not gonna make it hot mix.
So it's not the hot mix, this one. And reason why?
Mustn't bend the gel coat.
So another thing that I changed on showing Gerry's plans, he wanted to add this core. It's pretty much 5 layers of fiberglass with there's combination mat and chop strand. If I had to estimate this, probably around 3.5, maybe even 4 kilos. So I told Gerry I want him to try this material. This is an core sheet. This weighs 150, 160 grams, which is almost nothing. I said no, let's change this to be the core material for the stiffness factor, and so that we don't get deflection in it. So he's open for that, so let's go put it in. You guys just got to excuse the way I look. I know I look a bit rough. The beard's growing and whatnot, and I'm adamant about keeping it until the boat launches. So get my ass into gear to get this boat done quickly. But let me show you quickly what I'm doing. I know everyone's been commenting and asking, oh, you're taking out the bracing in front? See, there's new bracing back in. So we've changed the design slightly. So that's what it looks like now. Put one upright there that's level, so that's a 20 by 20 millimeter, almost an inch by an inch, just under, and that's my 12mm marine ply, and I've cut it to the shape that it's going to fit in. There's a pretty much almost perfect. There's a little gap at the bottom, but we're going to fill it up, and I'll do a fillet, and then I'll put epoxy axle layer on both sides. We now incorporate it into part of the cabinetry. So structural, but inside the cabinet. So you don't have like a bulkhead and then the cabinet by itself. So this is just, let's call some stringers within a cabinet. So we've just set up all the braces there at the back. Those little the back plates that you see there, it's 12mm marine ply, and that'll act like our back braces against our hull to strengthen it, and will also act as the backing for our cabinetry that's going to be here. This is going to be our cooking area over here, and it's in the galley. And then as you come into this area over here, you'll see there's our other ones that we're going to put in now. So they're not like main bulkheads, so we're not going to use the same procedure that we use to do bulkheads for, but we are going to lap them in and do a fillet joint.
So, thanks for watching our video, and leave it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm at home now at the moment working on this video so that I can get it up for our patrons, and then on Saturday evenings for you guys. So we want to say thank you to our new patron, Mitchell Lead. We appreciate your donation tremendously. Hope we can get you some awesome new patrons footage. Stay tuned to see what happens next week. Stay tuned till next week when Ricky gets a special delivery. We take out our diesel tank and give it a scrub and show you the progress in our cockpit area.